Hey, what's up guys? Dorian Hamilton here, one of the owners of HD Muscle. I'm just here today to take you guys through a workout. We're gonna be training chest and back. We're gonna be training with Quinton and Cody. I'll show you guys what my pre-workout looks like. So I'm gonna mix that up. And I'm also gonna mix up my intro workout and my post-workout. Pre-workout, I mix my pre-workout with a lot of water. I fill the shaker cup all the way up. Today I'm gonna use the Pre-HD Elite. It's the stim-free pre-workout. This one here, the berry. Even though it's stim-free, it's loaded in tons of nootropics, so it still gives you like really crazy focus. In the past, I was always like hooked on stim-based pre-workouts, but until we formulated this, we did a lot of testing with it, and probably more than half the time I actually go for the Pre-HD Elite. I really like that product, it's great. So pre-workout, I'll do 2 scoops of that, and I'll start drinking that when I'm like 15 minutes away from the gym. I usually start sipping on that. I know a lot of you guys like to dry scoop, and it can be fun, looks cool. But something we got to keep in mind with a lot of the ingredients that are in here is that they work better with water, especially like glycerol, glycersize. The more hydrated your muscles are, the better these ingredients are going to work. So I highly recommend, before you go to the gym, making sure you're really hydrated, and then even with your pre-workout, if you're looking for the best results, it's best to mix it with lots of water. Then post-workout, my favorite carb HD product is the strawberry kiwi. So I'll do 2 scoops of this, which is 50 grams of carbs. This is a really unique product because it has the cluster dextrin in it, along with carb 10, and carb 10 has prebiotic properties in it, so it's really good for gut health. And then we, to go one step further, and adding a serving of coconut powder, which is a great, full spectrum for all your electrolytes and minerals. So that's a great product. I will mix. We are coming out with a freeform series. So right now I'm just getting from the manufacturer. Like you'll see, this is straight amino 9. Amino 9 is a really high quality EAA. They're fermented essential aminos. So all of our products, we're always using the highest quality stuff. So I usually do 10 or 15 grams. Today we'll do 10 grams. We'll have these in 400 gram sizes. And then fermented glutamine, that's also gonna be available soon. Do 10 grams of that. I do heaping scoops, so it's probably a little more than 10 grams. And then Creapure, the highest quality creatine monohydrate. So I'll do 5 grams of Creapure. And one other thing that I do anytime I'm ingesting carbs or any meals is I always add pink Himalayan sea salt. So I know that might seem a little weird for a lot of you guys, with a drink. But yeah, I do about 3 cranks of Himalayan sea salt. I always keep my salt intake high and consistent. Helps keep you hydrated. And I don't like big fluctuations because a lot of people might notice that if their sodium or their salt intake fluctuates. So a lot of people, if they have like a cheat meal, if they're eating really clean and they're not eating a lot of good quality salt on a daily basis, if they go and have a cheat meal or something, because of the massive fluctuation in sodium and salt, you'll notice the next day you'll put on like a lot of water weight. Where if your sodium's consistently high, as long as you're active and your body's requiring that, it's really good to include that. That would be a complete post-workout. That's what I do. And sometimes, depending on like the client or the athlete, sometimes we'll even have the Carb HD pre-workout. So that's something to keep in mind. Just depends what your goals are. Personally, I just sort of dieted just for myself to get in shape throughout the summer. I spent like 10 weeks doing that. So right now I'm in a little bit of a reverse phase. I just stopped dieting I'm gonna be taking a little time off because I'm doing PRP tomorrow for my tricep. I have a small tear. So right now I'm actually increasing my calories a little bit. So, you know, as I keep cranking up my calories, I usually start manipulating the carbs. I'll probably add the Carb HD in on maybe like some high carb days. So maybe I'll have like weaker body parts. I gotta bring up my back. So maybe on my back days, I would structure it so my carbs are a little higher and I incorporate more Carb HD. Intro workout is right here. This is mixed with about 1.5 liters of water, and I'll do 1 full scoop of the Intro HD. That's a great product, guys. It has 10 grams of amino 9 fermented EAAs. You know, it has your taurine in there, it has Pico 2 in there, it has Spectra in there. So that's an amazing product to drink while you're training. That pretty much wraps up all my nutrition around my workout. After the workout, I'm gonna bring you guys back here and I'll show you guys what I eat post-workout. So we're gonna head to pick up Cody now. So follow along. Usually, guys, I mean, today's chest and back. We do have another day on the weekends. Like today's Wednesday. On the weekends, we do chest alone, we do back alone, and we'll do more volume. Today is lower volume. We're doing them together. Only like 3 working sets per muscle. When I say working set, like actually to true failure. We might do like another set after that set, just a feel set, and bring it somewhere close to failure. But we'll do as many warm-ups as needed to feel ready for that working set. This is just for this workout. It's the second chest and back workout of the week. When we do train them on their own, we do a lot more volume. So lately I've been starting with the pec deck. I just feel like it gets everything activated, everything warmed up. So when I go into presses, I'm just able to connect a little better, with my pecs straight from the get-go. Because I do have some shoulder issues, like I have a tear in my labrum and my supraspinatus. It's nothing major, but like if I do go really heavy, and I love free weights, I love pushing heavy weight, but when I do dumbbell presses or bench presses, it tends to aggravate it, and I just get some swelling and it flares up, and I'll have pain. So I have to train a little smarter and work around it. So let's get started.
My dictionary doesn't work. Wrong letter, fake accent on the hook. Bad language, too demanding. Only one man understands me.
So on the first exercise, it might take 4 or 5 sets building up to a heavy weight to get to a weight that we can do for failure. So just take our time, warm everything up. As we're warming up and doing these sets, as you're increasing the weight and getting to your working set, you don't need to shoot for a number. You don't need to do 12. You don't need to do 10. Oftentimes as I get closer to the working set and the poundage gets heavier, I'm just trying to prime the muscle to get it ready for that set. So I might just perform 6 reps, So you don't want to waste too much energy on the warm-ups. You're trying to put all the focus and all the emphasis into getting the muscle ready for that working set.
My insecurity is offered free, so you and me can share it.
Quentin says full stack. Full stack, no problem.
Good, man. Come on, strong. Yep. Come on. Yep. Good, you more? Yep. Go. Oh, you, come on. Go. Works. Yep. More. Good. The more semicircle you do come out like this, the harder it will be.
Okay.
So the wider. Yeah. So if you like, just when you do it, just think. A lot of guys you'll see do heavyweight and they end up doing this.
Yeah.
The further out you come, more semicircle, the harder it is.
Okay.
So if it's too light, just really emphasize straightening the arms at the end.
Right to his game.
Yeah, so with this one right now, I had the pin set a little higher, coming to sort of a dead stop. But as I warm up, I might lower it a little bit. But because I have some shoulder issues, I find it helps because I have a natural tendency to want to get really deep and overstretch the muscle, which I feel like puts the muscle in, sort of puts it in a very vulnerable state, I guess, from an injury, perspective. So I always tend to really overstretch it. So this way, if I put it there, it sort of prevents me from, doing that. So. Always conscious of feeling the exercise, feeling the negative on the muscle, driving up, squeeze. Feel the negative, squeeze the muscle. Working set, for me in particular, I might not always load as much weight as possible because certain injuries and stuff. So instead, you can always make the weight more challenging by going slower on the negative, contracting the muscle harder. So those are things to keep in mind. You don't always need to focus on the amount of poundage, weight, load you're putting on the muscle. Yeah, that's great and it's amazing, but it's not the best way for everyone. I love lifting heavy, but right now, I have to use some other techniques to make that set as challenging as possible, and that's going to require, going slow on the negative, focusing on putting as much tension as possible on the muscle to bring it to failure. Come on. That's it, man. Come on. 6 weeks. Come on. Work. Come on. Yes, you got this. Come on. Come on. 2 more. Come on, This one is a piece from Panada. They're from Italy. It's pretty cool because when you hold really wide in it, the motion is more like a fly press. It just keeps your body fixed in a different position, so you get a really good stretch through the shoulder and the upper pec, and it kind of comes in. So it's a unique piece. All the different manufacturers, all the different companies, all their pieces, angles are a little bit different. So if I would explain this one, I would explain it more like a fly press. Come on now. Go. Come on, up. More. Drive. That's good. Huge deceiving. If we're doing bench press, we'll have 2 plates on the bar, and he'll get to like 10 or 12. And he'll seem like he's like gassed. It's heavy, and then we'll throw 3 plates on the bar, and it'll look exactly the same. And then we'll throw 4 plates on the bar, and it'll be exactly the same. all done chest, 3 exercises. So now we're gonna do 3 exercises for back. During my warm-ups, because I have a hard time connecting with my back, I might do a little more reps. It's not heavy, but I'm just trying to get the muscle activated and get it firing, so that when I do go to my working set, the muscle's just more engaged. Where my pecs, I have no problem connecting or feeling the muscle, so I don't need quite as much. Yeah, we're gonna drive the elbows down and back. I like this because you can rotate. I find when I rotate like this, I just get a deeper stretch in the upper lat into the teres. That's what I feel at least. And then as I pull, rotate, squeeze lats. So these here, you can sort of load the muscle in the stretch position, the shorten position, mid-range. So you can sort of play with it and change where the tension is. Right now it's loaded in the middle, but yeah, no problem, man. Enjoy your workout. But if you want to load it in the stretch position, you know, you then go to the beginning range, which is number 3 right here. Pretty cool. It's nice because if you want to focus on like contraction, you can load it on the end position so that it actually gets heavier as you're rowing it, and the most weight is in the contraction position.
Dorian, like you said, Dorian would say, so the pad, well, just not just Dorian, but like if you don't do it with the pad, you can control the weight. Whereas if you have a pad across your lap, you can pull down and you can throw your hips into it, and then now you're pulling instead of just with all your back. It's more, you can get, yeah, you can do momentum doing it that way. This way, so there you go. Yes, yeah, they didn't want to train the rest of the week. They're
You guys are doing the pull downs. Pull in front of you, and you can picture yourself like doing a pullover motion, right? Not just pulling down. We're not just pulling down. We're actually picturing like the pullover motion. So when you're here, pulling over and down to engage the lats. Because a lot of people will use, you know, their arms when they're pulling. So pulling with the right form is really important to activate the lats right from the start of the movement. All in the muscle, come on. All in the muscle, yes, yes. 2 more like that, come on, I got you. All in the muscle. 1 more, that's perfect. Pull, 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 squeeze hard. Antoine's 11.5 weeks out of the Boston Pro. This preparation for him has been a little bit different because, you know, same with Quinton. Both of them were dieting for, you know, early, May shows, or yeah, April, May shows, but with the cancellations. So, you know, Antoine stayed a lot leaner. So the starting point was just different. The last time we prepped, he came down from 320. This time we're coming down from 288, 290. So it's been a different prep. So he's going to be growing into the show this way. So yeah, so we're 11.5 weeks out now. So I'm just going to have a look at him.
Big pressure, big pressure, big pressure. My dictionary doesn't work and wrong.
good, man. It's good. Yeah, Antoine, we depleted him pretty hard at the beginning. His body's really responsive. Metabolism, when he starts dieting, gets really jacked up. So he dropped to like really low, like 267. And over the last, like, I think we started last week. It's probably been like hiring your food a little bit, and we went even higher.
A couple high days, then I went back down. Then you gave me a cheat. Now you fixed my diet for this week.
Yeah, he's up in calories now. We've ramped the food back up, and he was like 272 this morning. So he's fuller. Lots of time with Antoine. So yeah, it's like what I'm seeing.
Big
Good.
pressure, big pressure, big pressure, big pressure, big pressure, big pressure. My dictionary doesn't work in wrong letter. Fake accent on the hook, bad language, too demanding. Only one man understands. Oh, let me go. Figure my soul out, then pick me up and down.
My house now. Having my post-workout right now, and when we get back to the house, gonna show you guys what I eat post-workout.